Hebrews say they always black. We say we talk to God. We won't never say he talking back. Lex Luger flexing from these reverends like they torture racks. So in Genesis 6:6, we see that God was grieved by man's sin against him. So God is grieved by sin. He's displeased with sin. In Isaiah 53, we see that God is pleased with grief. Grief is what pleases God in Isaiah 53. It says, yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. It pleased God to grieve someone. Think about that. God is pleased with bruising someone. So if you had a parent that was abusing a child, think about the child being pleased by bruising the son, bruising the child, hitting the child, right? Think about the parent being pleased with that. How crazy that is. So God was pleased with grief, with putting him to grief, putting someone to grief. Think about somebody that just lost their loved one. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just passed away, and you got a family that's grieving over the loss. Well, God will be pleased with this type of grief, because in Isaiah 53 it says, it pleased the Lord to bruise someone, to put them to grief. So in Genesis 6, God is displeased with sin. He's grieved by sin. So this grief does not please God. Yet in Isaiah 53, he's pleased by causing someone else's grief. He just don't want you grieving him. Right? But he's pleased with making someone else sin. But if you sin against him, it causes God grief. But in Isaiah 53, it says he was pleased by making someone else's, God was pleased by making someone else sin, making them a sin offering. Yet he's grieved by sin. But yet, someone else can please him by being a sin offering to God. But in Ephesians 4:30, it says, do not grieve God with sin. Do not grieve the Holy Spirit. So which one is it? How is it that God can be pleased by causing someone else's grief, yet he don't want you to grieve him and cause him grief? We call that the contradiction of the day. What good God will be pleased by someone grieving? Grieving is never a good thing. Grieving is not a thing to be pleased with. Yet the Bible God is pleased with causing you grief. A parent abusing his child. Think about the parent being pleased with bruising his child, pleased with abusing his child. What kind of parent would do that? Would be pleased with grieving that child, abusing that child. So I want you to think about that today. Contradiction. 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 It ain't no contradiction, you just need to speak.